So now I'm going to go over the 6 procedures. You may have noticed how Mary Lou moved on the strap, and because she's such a professional, she made it look really easy. So this next section, I'm going to break it down for you with the 6 procedures. The first procedure is to understand how to shorten and lengthen your strap. So earlier I talked about the anatomy of the strap. So we're going to grab those adjusters. So these adjusters here. To lengthen your strap, we want to use your thumbs. The best way to actually cue this is I wanted to make sure that those adjusters are in the palm of my hand. I release the top of that adjuster with my thumb, just enough, and then I'm going to give a nice strong pull. Ideally, when you lengthen, you want to do it at the same time. So that's lengthening your strap, and I'll do this a few times. I do encourage you to join me and do this along with me. To shorten your strap, once again, you're going to grab that adjuster with your thumb, grab the adjustment tab with your index finger and thumb. You're going to release that, and then you're going to give a nice strong pull all the way to the top of the suspension trainer. Same thing on the other side. So shortening your suspension trainer, you release that adjuster, grab the adjustment tab, and pull it all the way to the top, making sure it's even on both sides. That's shortening. I'll demonstrate that 2 more times, then I'll do this as a silent demonstration. Notice I'm moving my body with the strap. It creates leverage and ease of shortening and lengthening. The great thing about this digital course is you can pause me at any time and practice that specific procedure, shortening and lengthening. Building upon the shortening and lengthening, we have 5 lengths of the strap that are vital to understand. The first one, since it's here already, is fully shortened. The next length is what we call mid-length, or what is referred to as mid-length, where the gray meets the black, that gray to black slice. The common question that I get asked is, should it be the adjustment tabs or should it be this section? What exact section should be at mid-length? My answer to that is, as long as they're even, whether it's the adjustment tabs or the elastic black part, as long as that's even, you're at mid-length. The next position or length of the strap is what we call fully lengthened, which is strap. Once again, 3 inches from the floor, so it's fully lengthened. So that's fully lengthened, short, mid-length. And now we're going to go to mid-calf. So my calf, right here, I find the middle part of that calf. Your mid-calf may be different than mine just based on the length of the lower part of your leg. So please make sure you notice or you mark mid-length on mid-calf on your body. So we measure mid-calf with the bottom of the foot cradles. So I find the bottom of the foot cradles, and I match that with the bottom or the mid-calf of my left side. The other marker could be handles at knee height. So it's saying the same thing, just a different way. So it's mid-calf with the foot cradles or knee height with the handles. The one I have not shown so far is what we call over short. So right now it's in short position. Over short, I'm going to grab the strap on the adjuster side. If you want to come in close and see that, I'm going to release that adjuster once again, grab the strap on the adjuster side, and pull it all the way to the top. I create a Dumbo ear. You can think about the Disney character Dumbo. I create that Dumbo ear on both sides. And this position of the strap or length of the strap is called over short. We use this position of the strap doing the movement, what's called inverted row, which we will explain a little later. So to come out of this, please be careful you do this consistently by releasing those adjusters once again, giving a nice firm pull on those adjusters to get to the length that is appropriate for the exercise you're going to do. So I'm going to keep it at mid-length for that one. So do take the time to practice shortening and lengthening because it is a vital procedure as you start using your suspension trainer. Our second procedure is what we call offset foot position. Offset foot position comes into play when we do the overhead extension or the Y fly. So I'm going to demonstrate the Y fly and also teach you offset foot position. My right foot is going to be forward. My left foot is going to be slightly back. So this allows me to transfer weight from my left foot to my right foot as I transition through that movement. So once again, this is called offset foot position. And it can be either foot, it can be the left foot forward or the right foot forward. focusing on that active plank, eyes up at that anchor point, transferring weight from back foot to front foot. That's called offset foot position. Next procedure is what we call even pressure, and I'm going to show this two different ways. The first one is a standing position. So I'm going to fully lengthen the strap, standing facing away from the anchor point. The movement we're going to use here is called a clock press. So if I can create even pressure, specifically on those straps, by maintaining my plank, if I can create even pressure, then I have even pressure on both sides of the suspension trainer. If I'm not able to maintain even pressure, you'll notice what happens. I will start to swing side to side. I will lose my stability. So what can we do to check that down? Maybe walk forward, find that offset foot position once again, and now I'm able to do that movement correctly and safely with proper range of motion by engaging even pressure on both sides. The next procedure, and probably my favorite procedure, is what's called toes in. So toes in, we want strap mid-calf, so I adjust as necessary, finding mid-calf or handles at knee height. To demonstrate this, I'm going to show either what we call dead bug or from underneath. If you have a specific way that you're comfortable getting your toes in, then please stick with that. But please make sure you can do it yourself and you can coach your clients as well. So once again, I'm seated on the ground. I'm going to grab my foot cradles like dirty socks, okay? You find your dirty socks on the floor and they just, oh my goodness, I can't even deal with these. So you keep them away from your face. You grab those foot cradles like dirty socks. From here, I'm going to take my feet from underneath, straight back, and I'm going to lay flat on my back. Now I'm going to bring my knees into my chest. So from this position, this looks like a dead bug on the floor, just hanging out. Okay, so that's why we call it dead bug. My feet are together, my ankles are dorsiflexed, or my toes are towards my nose. I'm going to choose to roll to my right side. I'm going to roll it over. And then putting my knees down until I'm prepared to come into that plank. Here is active hand plank. Finding that stable base, finding your plank, maintaining that line from head to heels. The cue here is, which is really important, is toes to nose or heels up against those handles. To get out, you put your knees down and then pull your heels to your backside and your feet should drop out. So that's toes in. The next one we're going to talk about is what we call heels in. So heels in, and I'm also going to build into what we call even pressure, or the next procedure, which is even pressure. So heels in is the next procedure. This time, I'm going to have my thumbs in the foot cradles. From here, I'm going to separate that strap, rolling on my back. And this is a key piece. Put your heels into the foot cradles at the same time. Nice and secure. And I'm supine position or laying back on my back. So the exercise I'm going to demonstrate with to impart the procedure of even pressure is the hamstring runner. So this is a hamstring runner. So I'm going to now show what we call even pressure, or the procedure of even pressure. If I'm not able to maintain even pressure, you'll start to see me seesaw on the strap, which is what we want to avoid. So once again, I'm going to come back to where I started, reset. I'm pushing down evenly on the right side, just as much as I'm pushing on the left side. From here, I can maintain that even pressure, and you'll notice the seesawing will go away. So even pressure is a vital procedure to teach your clients when teaching on the suspension trainer. How do you get out? I take my feet up, lift them out, and they should drop out easily, okay? So that's called heels in and even pressure. Next one is what we call single handle mode. I'm going to bring it to mid-length for this one. So it's important you know how to adjust that strap, because you will adjust it many times during a workout. So single handle mode, allow you to take two handles and put them into one. I find the triangle on my left side. I find the handle on my right side. I'm going to take that handle and place it through the triangle, step one. I now have a new right handle. I take that right handle, push it through the triangle once again. So all I've done is repeat the process twice. And you're welcome to pause, rewind as many times as you need to practice. That is your TRX mustache. So if you see the mustache, you know you've done it correctly, okay? So that's single handle mode for movements such as single arm row. All right, so now I'm going to bring it back to mid-calf to demonstrate 1 foot into the foot cradle. The nice thing about single handle mode, I don't have to put my foot through both foot cradles. I can just simply put it through one. So I'm going to use that bottom foot cradle. There's my mustache, okay? Standing facing away from the anchor point. I'm going to put it on my right side, which allows me to put my left foot into that foot cradle. So once again, I'm going to hold it nice and I'm going to create tension on that strap. Come down into a half squat. I'm going to take my left foot, put it into that foot cradle, and place my knee down on the floor. From here, I'm now ready to do my standing lunges. So here would be an example of a lunge coming out of the bottom. So it's a great way to focus on stability and mobility through the hips and knees. And how do I get out? Simply just pull the heel back towards your backside and stand up. Okay, so those are your 6 procedures as a quick review. The first one is shortening and lengthening. Second one is offset foot position. Third is even pressure. Fourth is heels in. Fifth is toes in. And the last one is single handle mode. It may take you a while to practice those and get those down perfectly, but it's important you do practice those for yourself and as well as for your clients. So those are your 6 procedures.